Good evening. Welcome to Soundtrack with Birdman. Tonight, we're not doing a movie, we're doing a TV show, Battlestar Galactica, the new Battlestar Galactica. And this was supposed to take place last week, but we had tornadoes, so we bumped it to this week. So Age Boomer can join us now this week, which is always good to have Boomer back. How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to be on for the first couple episodes, and I got to head out, but I'm happy to be here. It's interesting. We're going to be watching the first episode. So this is the first episode after the miniseries event.
Right.
Yeah. I have not seen this episode because I watched the miniseries event. I don't remember what I was up to in the interim, and I missed the first half of season 1. Do you know how, like in the old days, they used to cut this? Yeah. They used to cut them in half. Mm-hmm. They used to say, "Oh, here's the first half," and then, "Oh, we'll show you the second half later on." I was like, and I watched the second half, and I was, "Oh, I missed the first half," but I just carried on throughout with the rest of them from there on. You know, but so this will be interesting for me to see this in the beginning. I'm sure I missed a lot of crucial stuff.
Very cool. But. It's a great. I still think it's probably one of the top 5 strongest episodes they did. 33.
Yeah. You see the issue?
How was your mom's birthday?
Good. We watched the movie House of Gucci.
How was it?
It's different.
Okay. Ridley Scott directed it, did he not?
Oh, he did. What is with Ridley Scott's movies? It's like he's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I was entertained. I will say that. So can I call something a bad movie if I was entertained? Despite the fact that there are some horrendous Italian accents in this movie. Adam Driver is in it.
You can like something very much and know that it's not quality.
Lady Gaga was in it. She played Mrs. Gucci. Jeremy Irons was in it, and he looked like they dud him up with the makeup to look like he was dying, like a corpse. You know, it was just Al Pacino was in it. Jared Leto.
Good Lord.
Salma Hayek was in it. Salma Hayek played a witch.
Really?
Ooh.
Apparently, Mrs. Gucci sought the advice of a witch, and this is actually true. This is all true. So this is just it's a messed up movie. Okay. Anyway, sorry to make this about. We're talking about Battlestar Galactica, though, right? Yes.
Yep. And how are you, Al? Real fast, we can ask you that question.
I'm doing okay. I looking forward to this. I was a huge Battlestar Galactica fan when it was on, and met several of the stars, so I had a lot of fun doing that. The fun part of going to conventions when you can meet some of your on-screen heroes.
Yep.
Or hotties, because I met 6. So Trisha Helfer.
It's all unique, right?
Oh my God, she's gorgeous.
Well, welcome to Go Team Ghost Planet Go and Jedi Masters Zootopia. And Zootopia, do you have an answer on my previous question from today? Just let me know as soon as you know something, because time's getting short.
Is that the same thing you asked me about this morning?
I don't know if I asked you. I said it would be cool.
You said it was cool. Okay, so I meant I know what you're talking about. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't bother asking you because I figured you wouldn't be able to go.
No, I really wouldn't be able to. It'd be cool too, though. But
yeah, and I know
feasible.
I know Boomer can't go because
no, not this time.
Reasons. So. I am glad you're here as well. Go Team Ghost Planet Go. Thank you for showing up. And shall we start? Oh, re-log in here with the right passcode. There we go.
Like I
said, y'all ready?
Starting on the fade in on Baltar's Eyes, episode 1.
We're first season, 1. First episode, titled 33.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready to go.
Where are my headphones? I put my stuff on my desk.
If they were doing this show today like they were back then, people would be
Give me
up
1
in
second, guys.
arms about Starbuck being a woman and Boomer and like all the other stuff, but it wasn't that big of a deal back then.
Yeah. Oh
A
yeah,
little bit.
Boomer.
Yeah, Boomer was a female.
That's
and,
right.
Because like I said, it was a
Oh,
remake.
dude, what am I doing? I'm sorry.
What?
Why did I pick this picture? Why did I pick the chief?
Chief
Hold
is
on.
cool. I like the
He
Chief.
is. You're right. I won't gender swap myself, but it's funny. There's a character named Boomer. Yes, and she might be my favorite of the women, actually, which I think is
Oh,
interesting.
you know what? I totally didn't even put that together.
I didn't put
I
it
like
together
Callie.
either. What?
I like
Callie,
Callie.
everybody likes Callie. That let's be blunt.
Callie.
The whole cast on the show is good looking. This is a
they were
good looking crew.
Good looking people. But yeah, I met him. Aaron Douglas, good guy.
Okay, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Al?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Play. There we go.
Bug.
Balthazar. What's up, Balthazar? If I recall, he was the last time we left him, he'd come up with the test to determine if someone was a Cylon or not, right? In
Yes.
the series, yes.
I don't know. I don't know if they've done this at that point yet. Have they?
No.
I
This
don't
is
know.
just like a couple days after the initial attack.
Yeah, they're still dealing with the everything going crazy.
But I remember there was that guy they left locked in that container or whatever, right? And then
Right.
and then it turned out he was a Cylon.
He was a Cylon. It turned out that way.
And Balthar said he was reasonably sure, and then Odama let him
I think later on in season 1, he says he'll be able to see who is a Cylon and who isn't.
Dee's not ugly.
No, she is not.
Yes, poor D.
Oh my! I know.
That's what set Mr. Gaeta off. That was his last straw.
Yeah.
He went nuts after that.
Well, losing his leg didn't help either. But
but
several seasons ahead of time. But
Hello, Al. How was your daughter's surgery? Was it okay?
Trisha Helfer in that red dress.
Oh, how much would you pay for that dress on eBay, Al?
I couldn't afford it.
But if you could.
If I had endless amounts of money, sure. I would take a lot of stuff from this show. If I had an endless amount of money, I'd have a Viper sitting in my dining room or living room.
You must have a big living room.
Not really. I'm just saying, well, if I had endless amounts of money, I would have a big place with big enough living room for a Viper.
So what do we think of Gaius?
Much not as confident as the original Baltar, but I kind of like that they make him a little shifty. Very self-serving, very flighty a little bit. I like the actor Mark Callis, who I've also met. He played Menelaus in a version of the Trojan War story. Did a really good job with that. I got a chance to talk to him about that.
There's your girl.
Yep. Everybody's run ragged because every 33 minutes the Cylons show up to kill them.
I remember when I first saw the miniseries, I was like kind of on the fence about it because they changed some of the characters around. But on the second pass, I liked it more.
Yeah, it's very much. I remember at the time thinking, it's very much a post 9/11 take
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
because it's exactly that kind of a situation.
yeah. This and Lost, they were the big post 9/11 series. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say I wasn't as big a fan of the Cylon Bay Stars as the original series. I like the
I
round
like the
ones
new
rather
base
than
stuff.
they're
Hmm? Oh, he disappeared.
who me?
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
here.
your voice shorted out a minute for a minute.
Oh, sorry about that.
Unless it was me, it could have been me.
Like I said, I just keep talking, so I don't know. AL gets Battlestar Galactica mixed up with Babylon 5.
Well, they were two very big science fiction television series, and this
Yeah,
one, Babylon 5 was the 90s. This is the aughts when this was on.
yeah. Babylon 5, another great series. Farscape, another great series. A lot of good sci-fi stuff out there.
Andromeda, well, Andromeda kind of lulled after a while because they lost the main writer, but
Yeah, early Andromeda is
it
really
was
good.
great. No,
Then
yeah.
it kind of went off the rails a little bit.
Still watched it, but
Still a good show. Still a
yeah,
fun
yeah.
show to watch. Oh, I love the sound effect
Mhm.
for the Cylons.
I'll say this, especially for a television budget back then, these were good effects. I always thought.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, great effects. Boom, boom, boom. I do like that they kept the basic design of the original Vipers.
Well, even if you look when they on the one rare occasion they rung into the old Cylons, they do look like the old Cylons from the old show.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, they do. Which I thought was a great thing. Like the new Cylons are more the advanced ones, whereas the old ones are like just like the worker bees, the
Yeah.
drones that they use. But I got to give them credit with the makeup. They all look so haggard and it was just so great. You feel for them.
Well, I keep forgetting everything has to be analog now, right? Because they can't trust the computers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the
It
reason
was,
they just
No network computers.
yeah.
yep. Nothing networked. Everything was very basic. And I thought it was a great reasoning behind it because the Cylons were so good at hacking that they kept things very old fashioned.
Now, this right here, like the sixth team, this is about the only holdover from the miniseries.
Oh, the what?
Six's team that you hear right during this part. This is like one of the few holdovers musically from the miniseries. Richard Gibbs did most of the work on the miniseries, and Bear McCreary came in to help him out. But Richard Gibbs did not want to continue on with the TV show. He wanted to go off and do
The
film work.
series.
So Bear McCreary took over, and he kind of just did his own thing. I mean, in the same vein. But if you listen to the album, if you just listen to the soundtrack for the miniseries, it's much quieter than what it is for the series.
Bear McCreary, I thought his musical work on Battlestar is some of the best all around.
Best television writing ever.
And it's very diverse because you get a little bit of the orchestral, you get synth, you get the Celtic feel when you're dealing with Adama.
Mm-hmm.
You get a little bit of that Arabic kind of sounding in the theme here. James Callis, Mary McDonald there. Now, a little Hallmark note I do want to bring. Trisha Helfer and Paul Campbell, who plays Billy Kakea, the assistant to the president, were in a Hallmark movie together. Something like Summer, Sand, and Romance or something, where they were the couple.
What? Wow.
Yeah, it's actually a very, very cute show. And I think Tim Russ is on that in that movie too. 130.3 hours without sleep.
Go Team Ghost Planet Go says Comet TV channel has Battlestar Galactica.
Mm-hmm. At night, overnight. We have X-Files and Sliders. I think they've got Sliders.
Is it like an app or is it like an actual cable channel?
It's one of those weird high upper channels that it's like an extra. But it's called Comet TV. It's what sci-fi should be.
Sci-fi still a thing?
Sci-fi. Yeah, they're still a thing.
Think they're drinking some coffee there?
They are ragged.
5-hour energy drink.
It makes you wonder how many they've lost during this interval because Jamie Bamber playing Adama, and there's the lovely, lovely Katie Sackhoff.
Do you wish she had been Captain Marvel?
Yes.
She could have been a good Captain Marvel, yeah.
I think so too. I think the movie would have been a lot better.
I think Catherine Winnick would.
Who? Al?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're like fading in and out. You said Catherine someone. Al?
Ugh.
Boomer?
I'm here.
Okay.
You okay, Al? What? He's fake. I think he said Catherine Winnig. I'm not sure who that is, but let me see.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay. She was on Vikings. She played Lagartha.
Okay.
Yeah, she's very beautiful. She was also in Bones for a little bit.
I remember Bones.
In like the middle of the run, she was a blonde reporter.
Have a good night, Al. Hope everyone in the family's good. Take care.
You know, we're talking about all the other ones. Grace Park is a beautiful girl too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's some beautiful women on this show.
Is she still on Hawaii 5-0?
She left, I think, because there was some weird thing about Asian actors. I don't know.
It was about not getting. There was complaints over the pay. I think.
Yeah.
I know that Hawaii 5-0, I think, has finally gone off the air. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's over now. I believe. The 12 colonies.
This is a haunting scene. Remember after 9/11 in New York, they had pictures just plastered on down the street. Like, have you seen whomever?
Mm-hmm. They probably haven't had a time to do an inventory of who's alive yet, have they? I mean, they're still.
I don't know if they've done it yet. I know they did it because they had a run.
They got like a running total, but as far as like an actual census of like names and everything, that would take a while.
Yeah, if you look on Wikipedia in the list of episodes, they actually have a survivor count. In this episode, it's 49,998 humans still alive. He looks so different now when he's on the Hallmark stuff. He lost a lot of the baby weight.
Oh, good for him.
Whoopsie! Yeah, they have that running total they keep. Well, the haircut's different too. $49,998. Yeah, but that becomes a thing for the run of the series.
Yep.
Down to the very end when it's 39,406 is the final tally of the final episode.
Do you hear Six's theme right there? The little sounds kind of like bells, but it's not really bells.
Yeah.
That's the
Ding,
Chameleon.
ding.
Gamelan. It looks like a bunch of pots with lids on it, and you just like doo, 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 you know?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I had to look it up online because I'm like, I don't even know what the hell that looks like. I mean, it looks like pots with lids on top of.
But later on, they use that as the intro theme.
Yeah,
because they go from the big cinematic entrance to just the Cylons have a plan kind of thing. There are 12 models, but it's that bling 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 sound that you hear during it.
and the conversations when he's having a conversation with her and other people, it's like, wow.
He'd be crazy.
Yeah.
He's just so nervous all the time. The entire run of the series, he's just one big, gigantic, scared little mouse.
I don't know. Remember the episode when he was in prison? Remember when they were talking to him and his real accent popped out?
Yeah.
His
Cylon occupied Caprica.
Yeah, what you're hearing right now is going to become like the Cylon Raider theme throughout the series. So this is our first taste of it. Remember the episode Scar?
Yes, that's a
with the Cylon Raider that kind of had its own personality. Yeah. This was heavily used in Scar. And a lot of this was actually done on pots and pans at the time.
Nice. I always liked Hilo as a character.
It's got the impression Cylons are very hard to kill.
It's just like Terminators.
Yeah.
No kill I. No kill I. I've got one of those pins somewhere. The little fight, that or an Admiral pin. I forget what I got now. I gotta find all that stuff one day.
Did you ever meet James Earl Jones, Al?
No. Met Dave Prowse, but never James Earl Jones. Like I said, I used to go to conventions all the time. Just nice being around like-minded.
Boomer, you ever been to a science fiction thing?
I went to a Star Trek convention when I was very young, 6th grade.
Okay. Did you have a good time?
It's all right. I met James Doohan, Scotty.
Cool. Did you get a picture with him?
I must have. I think I got something signed. Yeah, I must have. I think I got a picture signed.
Did he insist on hugging all the girls?
I don't know. I didn't. I maybe it's been so
He did.
long, but I remember he
He
was
did.
there.
He did when I saw him. I saw him at this really big corporate kind of con. But every woman who wanted to ask him a question, he's like, "Come here, darling," and he gives
Give
a
me a
hug.
hug.
So charming. Yeah, he was just a real nice guy. That was a great convention. Met a lot of people that day.
Starbuck.
Yes.
She's a little intense.
Always like these two. They're the giddy stage right now. he's like, something's going on there.
Uh huh.
Love to have showed him take the anti-radiation drug. They were originally, I think they were not going to bring his character back. They were going to let everyone assume he had died on Caprica.
Yeah, but everyone liked him.
But they liked him, and everybody at the cast liked the guy, and they wrote him in, and I thought that was such a smart thing to do.
Wasn't he also in a Josh Whedon show?
Dollhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Dollhouse.
Yeah.
I never watched Dollhouse though. Something I have to go back and revisit one day. Yeah, Tema Pennicott. What else has he been in? Oh, he was in Trick or Treat. That's right.
Oh.
The film. He was in Man of Steel.
Really?
Yeah. Or Hobo
Probably
Steel.
played one of Zod's people, right?
It says he was Jed Eubanks.
Yeah. I don't know.
And he did the voice of Steve Trevor in Justice League God and Monsters.
Okay.
But yeah, he's been in 24, Dark Angel, Stargate SG-1, Smallville.
Everyone ends up on Smallville at some point. That was just every one of these actors on this set. They were on Smallville at some point. I know that he's played Slade. Deathstroke.
Supernatural. Another show I think everybody's been on. Oh, he was in all.
I think you faded again, Al.
Well, I wasn't. Do you hear me? I wasn't.
You didn't want to say anything. Okay, all right, sorry. Edward James Olmos, though, huh?
One of the great voices.
Oh yeah.
They had a great video someone put together of his character from Miami Vice picking up the phone. If you hear crunching, I'm eating a graham cracker.
So what's y'all's theory on on 6? Is it just Baltar being delusional, or do you think she's an implant, or do you think it's a messenger from God, or do you ever think about it?
Yes. No, I don't.
It's kind of that yes.
All of the above. I don't know.
It's a weird concept. Because remember, you eventually find out later, like near the end, that 6 has him in her head.
Good point.
So it's almost like they are linked in this weird spiritual manner. Maybe it is God, because remember, he doesn't like to be called that.
Of course, that version of 6 right there in his head died on Caprica in a shock and an aftershock blast, right?
Yeah.
But she died, but her
she was downloaded into the body.
Yeah, she's still around.
And would you want to be downloaded into a new body?
I would.
You would, Boomer?
Would I like to be downloaded into a new body?
Yeah, like if you died right now, like you just wake up like 30 minutes later and like
I'll give it a whirl. I'm thinking of that Arnold movie where he kept downloading into new bodies. That could be your 4th Arnold movie for the Arnold month. What was it? The 6th Day.
Eric brought that up on the show Monday. Yeah.
What, the 6th Day? We can always do the 6th Day. 6th Day's kind of a B, not one of his best, but I watched it all the time when it was out. But then it's like PG-13. It's the one where he keeps getting his himself cloned into I'll put it this way: the bad guys, when he shoots them, they wake up in a new clone. Do you understand? It's him versus clone. So he keeps shooting the same bad guys over and over again. It's.
Have you seen the Amazon Prime show Download?
No.
Upload.
So where the guy ends up in like a fake heaven, except it's like.
Your consciousness gets uploaded into a
server.
Yeah, and you're like in this world, and depending on how much money you had, is the better, how much more data you're given to use.
Huh.
It's actually a pretty cool little show.
Did y'all like their relationship that they developed over 4 seasons?
Yes.
Well, they were almost adversarial at some point, and then things changed later on, obviously. But
and I think that's was one of the great aspects of it, and it's probably why their relationship became so strong, is that they did. And they just meshed very well together.
And like skipping ahead to the end here, were y'all happy with how the series ended?
The series or the episode?
The series.
Well, you should probably get to that when you get to the finale, right?
Well, that's a long way off. Al, do you want to do like every single episode? Because I'm down for that.
I was okay with the concept. I would have preferred Starbuck stay around, but that's just me because I like happy endings for people. I would like to see Leah and Kara together, but I like that it's one of those ancient alien great concept things,
What, Chariots of the Gods sort of thing?
Yeah, that kind of the way it ended.
What about you, Boomer?
It's fine, but then they were complaining about, the humans of today are going to start building robots and it's going to happen all over again. And I'm like, this wasn't a show about killer robots. The show was about the war on terror. That's what it was about. It was just using all this other stuff, guising it all up. Am I wrong? Did no one get that? Anyway, I don't know.
I never thought about it that way. That's quite
Yes.
profound.
Yes.
Well, they always had that the ongoing theme. All of this has happened before and will happen again, kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
It's actually a line from Peter Pan.
One of the weird things is this show actually took a black character from the original and made him a white guy.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
Colonel Ty.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was originally a black guy.
Well, they mixed everything up.
Yeah. I think they cast everyone great in this.
Mr. Gaeta was always, I think, one of my favorite characters on the show. I thought he was interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. Very
was-
tragic because he got misled in a bad way.
Yeah. I always felt he was a man trying to do the right thing. But he's in a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
And here's one of the best tracks from the first season soundtrack, the Olympic Carrier. Would y'all like to live in Guy Spaltar's house right there?
Do we get 6 as one of the amenities?
No, just a house.
I'll take the house too, but
Okay.
It's a nice
that's
view. Huh?
I guess it's a beautiful view. He was a very well-to-do playboy kind of guy.
Well, there's an idea. Buy a bunch of cheap property somewhere and build yourself a lake. Huh?
Wow.
Is that cheaper than buying lakefront property? Just build a lake. I don't know. Do I not know how this works? I'm sorry.
Now, if you build a lake, does it increase the value?
That's what I'm wondering. Now I'm thinking of the great outdoors. They never did a great job of explaining food. I guess they had some sort of replicators, right? Like
There's some cutscenes that deal with that.
I don't know. Yeah,
No,
they had like MRE kind of stuff.
Yeah, they explained replicators like they were able to recycle stuff, but they busted down because there was one episode where they were actually couldn't get food. I remember that was an episode.
Hey, Boomer, are you going to do the soundtrack challenge?
What's the soundtrack challenge?
I tagged you in it.
All right.
It was 20 questions, and you have to answer
right.
them.
I remember now. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I will. What's it going on all month? Is it going on all month?
I guess it goes on whenever you feel like doing it.
All right. Well, I'll think about it. Maybe I'll do the soundtrack challenge. Yeah, I did remember you sending that to me now. Yeah.
He is desperate to have that thing blown up because that doctor knows he's a bad guy. Well, he's not a bad guy. He just did something really stupid.
Yeah, he's just responsible for the almost
downfall of
extinction.
humans.
The almost extinction of the human race, but he's all right.
He's very self-serving, but he's not evil per se. He's very easily twisted. Sam Witwer. Star Killer in a lot of the Star Wars, some of those Star Wars games.
Yep, that's true. Star Killer, I think, right? That was his name.
Yeah, he played Star Killer. He was also Doomsday on Smallville.
Yes, I remember. Oh, the Doomsday season. That season, actually, I won't save that for another show. I have a rant about that season, but I won't do it here. What if they're tracking one of the passengers?
Like in The Last Jedi. Or, wait.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, let's that wonderful chestnut there.
No problem. That's why
I
I'm
love how
here.
those ships maneuver.
Well, in space you could, because there's no gravitational force on you. You can
Yeah,
do
it makes perfect sense. But I like that they do it that way in the show. They would do that in Babylon 5 as well. Great drums.
Yeah.
Bum.
There's some base stars.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you eliminate the Olympic carrier?
Yeah.
Al, same question.
Yeah.
You would?
What was the question again?
Would you take out the Olympic carrier right here, or would you try to find a different solution?
I would take him out. All the information you got leads to it's linked to that ship, and something is wrong.
Yeah. Plus, how did they get nukes on it?
Exactly. They have nukes.
If the Cylons boarded it after the last jump, they killed everybody. I mean,
it's a civilian ship.
Kind of a cool design, but he looks in, he doesn't see anybody.
I'm expecting is the Cylon going to poke out of the window and wave like one of the metal.
You know what would have made that even more eerie is if there were people in it.
Yeah. No, I'm expecting they're going to. Actually, no, I better not say it because I haven't seen this episode. I'm expecting them to shoot missiles, and then as soon as they do, like a little girl jumps up and waves in the window.
Oh, that was in the miniseries. Remember the little girl that's playing with the doll on the ship that didn't have an FTL drive, and the nukes are coming towards it, and
very eerie, very
some harsh
eerie,
stuff.
Sad. That haunts him for the rest of the series.
he's very idealistic character.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
With a friend like that, you don't need enemies. I like the theory that the 12 Cylons were based on the 12 gods of
really.
Boomer was actually Athena, which is the name she takes later.
Oh. Look who comes to save the day. It's a trap.
Ace. I guess he says that, but Apollo pulled the trigger.
But again, they had nukes on board.
Right.
How did they get there?
Well, it was a Cylon trap.
Yeah.
The whole time.
It's like if you're in war and like, God forbid, a kid walks into your camp and he's got it on a dynamite vest, are you going to shoot him in the head? Yeah. Because he's not a kid at that point. He's a walking bomb.
Reminded of that line from First Blood, remember?
Of the few.
The shoe shine kid, remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Watching this show makes me wonder, who's the current Secretary of Education in America?
And how many people have to die for them to become the president?
Quite a few.
The baby was born on the rising star. Look at that.
I think it's like Vice President, Speaker of the House, Senate Pro Tem. And I think it's Secretary of Defense and then Secretary of State. After that, I just kind of lose count because the odds of getting that far in a short amount of time is astronomical, right? Right? Right.
Yep. Well,
Boomer?
Yeah.
I like her little curly Q she puts on the 3. Ronald D. Moore.
Yeah, she's smiling, huh?
Oh, my other episode just started.
Well, no. What's the next episode? You got to go back, Al.
I got to figure out how to...
No, because I've got them separated out to the 4 that we're watching into a file, so number 10 is about to start.
So is this season 1, episode 10?
Yes, and it starts on the president, her talking.
What's the name of the episode?
Hand of God.
God.
All right, hold on. All right, and I will let you know when I'm ready. And so will Birdman.
We're skipping the recap.
We always skip the recap. Yep, and I'm gonna skip.
Okay.
I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna hit pause. Okay. All right.
Y'all good?
I'm ready
Yep.
when you are.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Play.
I see 2 flashlights. It's Mulder and Scully. No, sorry.
No, I got her talking.
Now it goes to her talking. Yeah.
Okay. Colonial Fleet, 36 days in space.
Well, no, space ain't so bad. You got a nice view, huh?
I wish they had used that reporter character a bit more. I kind of liked her.
Mm. Be funny if, like, the Battlestar Galactica fleet ran into the moon from Earth from space 1999. I think don't go to Earth. It's no, actually, no. I don't know if Earth got destroyed in space 1999. It was probably just in bad shape, but.
Be affected at this point, I think, with the cancer. So she's starting to see things.
It's a snake. Snakes are creepy.
They are. One looks like a coral snake to me.
Yeah, it's a coral snake. It's the non venomous one. Do you remember the old rhyme that helps you tell the difference between that and the venomous one that looks similar?
Yeah. If it's a snake, I go that way. You go that way. We're good.
No, because they have the corn snake that looks like another one, but it's red on yellow, kill a fellow, red on black, friend of Jack, or something like that. So when the red and yellow are the 2 colors that meet, that's a venomous one. But the red and the black are fine. They always had great spacescapes.
Yeah.
On the show.
Did y'all like Crashdown? Because I mean, he's gonna get killed. Start of the 2nd season. Spoiler warning, people.
Until he went butt crap crazy. Calm down, Crashdown. So you get a little hint of his inner rage.
Mm-hmm. Like the spacesuits on this show?
Yeah, it was pretty cool design. Although I heard they would start to kind of deteriorate. They were on a weird material or something. Refinery. Heard those great, like, Arabic sounding
Chime things.
Yeah. I did miss this intro when they went to another one. Like that, you get that. Oh, I just noticed a little drum in the background. I think this is like a to be seen scene or something.
Yeah, they tend to do that on the show, didn't they? Yeah, this is what you're going to see.
BSG 75.
It's funny, the Mission Impossible movies do that, except with the intro credits. You get to see what you're going to see later in the movie. You know, it's
Yeah.
like,
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah, it's neat. I like how they do that, and none of it's relevant to you until you actually see the stuff later on. Like you're like, oh, that's what that meant when you rewatch it. You know, this.
Yeah. That's right. I like that little drum beat that they have after he says that. It's like a little marching to war kind of feel to it.
I mean, what would Admiral Kane do? Come on, guys.
Kane would already have his wipers going in right now.
Yeah. Do you think it was a mistake to kill her off so soon?
Oh, Kane? No. They needed to.
Is that the Michelle Forbes character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because right here, she was injured. Her leg was hurt, so she can't fly a
Yeah.
Viper. I do like a lot of the ship designs they have.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these ships are in the original series. They just got the models out and reused them.
Oh, that's right. She started taking that weird drug.
Tamala extract.
Mm-hmm.
Snakes.
12 snakes.
So, Birdman, do you think you'd live on a spaceship?
No. I mean, like, for a while, okay. But like Captain Kirk does, no.
Well, I got the feeling that the Enterprise was a bit nicer than some of the ships that we see on this show. They're more. They weren't intended, I think, for civilians. Like they were war vessels.
Yeah, like the ships on this show are like real life aircraft that, like you see like an aircraft in like a movie. It's like, wow, that looks nice, but you never get to fly on those, do you? No. You always feel like the 20-year-old aircraft.
Yep.
Well, most of the ships on this show, they were transport, like, from one colony to the other, or they were for like tankers for whatever delivery vehicles. I love their interactions. She dated Carl Urban for a little while.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Does she still have her YouTube channel?
As far as I know, but I haven't seen her post anything recently.
Yeah, I neither.
Because she did that other show called Another Life, which was a sci-fi show on Netflix. Which
Oh, all right.
I enjoyed it. Probably sitting on somebody's shelf somewhere.
The little models.
Yeah, the little ones they're playing with
Mhm.
right here. I always like where he said that. You got to roll the hard 6.
Does anyone know where that comes from, or is that something they made up, or?
Well, I think it's probably a dice craps reference, but I don't know. Gotta roll the hard whatever. But this is a high risk, high reward operation. It originates from craps where a hard 6 is achieved by rolling 3s on a pair of 6-sided dice. You know, it's that little bad little delusion he has, I'll tell you.
Baltar. Wonder whose house that is.
That's his house.
I know, but in real life, I don't know.
Oh,
Unless it's just
I
a
don't
set
know.
and some CG, I don't know.
I don't know. It could be.
I know Bill Gates built a huge ass mansion on one of the lakes in around Seattle.
Interesting.
I would picture that's probably what they took their inspiration from.
Right there.
A total bluff on his part again. He's always like says lying through his teeth, trying to stay relevant.
He was right, though. He was correct.
Was he part of the hand of God?
Mm.
Oh, Boomer, have you looked at Entrada lately?
No, what were they coming out with?
They've got a bunch of old Ennio Morricone stuff coming out soon.
Oh, really? Thank you.
I think it's on the coming soon page.
Entrada. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
All right. So, were there any characters on the show that you couldn't stand?
On this show?
Yep.
I didn't like the guy. He was one of the Cylons who always seemed to wear the kind of the Hawaiian shirt.
All right.
The one who kept Starbuck captive.
Leoben?
Yeah, Leoben.
Yeah.
He bugged me for some reason.
He was kind of creepy, but
although I like Richard Hatch, I didn't like his character on this show.
I didn't like Admiral Kane's XO. The big guy. I forget his name.
What, Tom Zarek?
No. He was Admiral Kane's XO on the Pegasus.
Oh,
and he took over after she died. And
I didn't like him at all. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
She wants to fly, but she can't. The knee's not ready.
Let's see. Katie Sackhoff. She was also on. She was on some. Longmire, wasn't that the name of the show? Wasn't she on that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's on the Not Boba Fett Baby Yoda show.
Mandalorian, yeah, she plays Bo-Katan. Who
The
she
not
voiced in the Clone Wars.
The not sci-fi Lone Wolf and Cub show. Gotcha. Oh, look, they have the Thing remastered score by Ennio Morricone. I don't know if I like the Thing score. I think it fits the movie, but by itself, I don't know. It's weird because it wasn't a John Carpenter score, even though it sounds like a John Carpenter score, but he's not the one that wrote it. It was Ennio Morricone.
I feel like I'm the only person that doesn't like John Carpenter scores.
I don't hate them. You know what it is? There's been a big revival of a lot of that 80s synthwave interest in that kind of music. I don't love Carpenter shows. I don't hate them. They're kind of there. I think I have the Halloween score.
Yeah,
I mean,
Halloween's cool.
The Halloween 3 score, excuse me. The Halloween 3 score, not the Halloween score. Peanut butter? How can you say no to peanut butter?
I know my dogs don't.
Does it take them forever to eat it too?
Um, I don't.
That's right. She's pregnant at this point, isn't she?
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yep. Hilo made her back glow.
Oh,
I always like that.
They kind of dropped that later in the series, though.
Of the glowing spine when they have
Yeah.
sex. Always like the original, the Mark IIs rather than the Mark IIIs that they did.
needs a new paint job.
Yeah. Well, they're not worried about paint right now.
Yeah, come on, boost morale.
Everyone likes a fresh coat of paint.
I would start a vaudeville troupe for the troops, right? Huh?
That'd be a good thing to do.
Well,
Yeah.
remember the original series? They were playing games.
Games like what? Board games or something?
Pyramid. Well, they had the pyramid, which were the card games, and they had that weird ball game. I forgot what they called it.
Can someone give me a timestamp? I hit the wrong button here.
I want you to give it to him, Mel.
I'm 2204.
Okay, I got it 2201. So
We're starting to get that Celtic flute kind of sound.
the Adama family theme. Yeah, it's
I love
first
that.
appearance.
That's my favorite of the themes of the show.
This track on the sound call, I think it was a Good Lighter.
Yep.
I love that Celtic. I love Celtic music.
Back in the day, I used to do Irish step dancing.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. I was watching it was on Good Morning America the other day, Riverdance.
Yeah.
They were doing the Riverdance stuff. Those girls have nice legs, man. They got some toned legs.
I had some toned legs too back in the day, let me tell you.
Da, 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 da. Acid Rain.
So who are the main? Is there like a main villain of this show, or maybe not? I mean, I think the Dean Stockwell Cylon's pretty bad.
Yeah, he kind of was evil. Leoben was very bad. Well, all the Cylons had someone in their rank. One of them that was kind of a little more vicious than the others.
They're using such bad language. Frack.
Yeah, I still use frack. Freak.
Have either of y'all ever slept in a barn?
No. Have you?
No.
Not in a
Have
barn.
you? Oh.
I've slept outdoors under the sky on a big pile of leaves with a blanket over it. It's really cool. We was doing a living history event in Jamestown, Virginia, called Military Through the Ages. We were the 14th century camp.
Oh, neat.
I'd rather be the 25th century camp, I think.
No, the latest they had Vietnamese war era.
Oh, okay.
They had Romans, Celts.
Celts.
Yeah, like Bronze Age Celts. Then they had Vikings, Saxons, 14th century, 13th, 14th, 15th. They had like English Civil War era. Then they had World War One, World War Two camps. It was really fun. They had everybody does a demo, and the World War Two camp actually had someone with a Japanese Zero strafing the beach.
Wow.
It was awesome. Oh, hot dog.
Did she ever get out of the crazy situation that she got in real life? Do you know?
Out of the what?
The girl that plays Callie, she got into some crazy stuff.
What?
Did she ever get sorted out?
On her knee?
She got like wrapped up in a sex cult or something.
You talking about Starbuck?
No, Callie. In real life, Callie, the actress.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, she I follow her on Twitter actually. She's pretty fun to follow. If you're on Twitter.
Yeah, that's just evil.
Well, maybe not forever. Elon Musk may take it over.
Well, according to his new job, he can only buy, I think, like 14 point something percent of the company. So,
Oh, well.
But
Maybe he just has to...
she was all involved in that Nexium stuff with Allison Mack. And in fact, she's been acknowledged as Allison Mack's wife for a while. No
Interesting.
longer, but yeah. Be a nice little twosome in my book. Callie and Chloe.
Uh-huh. Where they get the models from? Do they have those lying around on the ships?
yeah.
Could be. They could have 3D
and stuff, right?
They probably had something like a 3D printer. And then Lost in Space, the Netflix one, they had a 3D printer where they could print whatever they needed, replacement parts,
Really?
screwdrivers, guns.
Did you watch the second and third season of that, Al?
Of what? The new Lost in Space?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good show. I enjoyed it.
I saw the first season, but I haven't watched the other two.
I like that sly little smirk she had.
Hot Dog would become a pretty good pilot throughout the
Yep.
show.
Hmm.
Yeah, he become my thing. He was a CAG at the end, wasn't he? I like how they're all just nestled up in there.
You like the how it transposed between the board and what's really happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Old habits die hard. Yeah, you're talking about new paint job. I like that little used in battle look.
Hmm. It looks vintage to you. Is that why?
Yeah, it looks like it's why I like a lot of Star Wars ships. They look like they've been in battle, and you're not too worried about keeping them looking all that fresh, just workable. Ooh. Uh-oh. Jammed.
Uh,
I love the mute. Oh, Chuckles is hit.
mm. Who will survive, right?
You got this, Apollo. Wee. You would think for computerized fighters that they'd be a lot more accurate than the human fighters.
Yeah, I would think so.
Do you like the bagpipe usage in the scene, Al?
Oh yeah, I love anything with a little Celtic variety in it. I also love the driving drums too, because I always equate the drums in a battle scene like this, like the increased heart rate of the fighters, or you watching it. Okay, it comes up and just floats there.
Do you have the soundtracks for Battlestar Galactica, Al?
I've got a few of them. I'm not sure exactly which ones. All my CDs and stuff are packed away right now. Well, they're all in a case. I don't have. I took them all out of the plastic cases and just kept the CDs because I had to downsize.
There it goes. So is this your favorite score for an episode, Birdman?
Season finale, the second half.
Okay.
Yeah, this would probably come in second right here.
God, I love that Adama theme. There, it's my favorite in the entire series. That's why I picked this episode.
Boomer, do you have the soundtracks for Battlestar Galactica?
No, I have some X-Files soundtracks, but actually, trouble with the go ahead.
You got like the volume sets, or just like the standard soundtracks that came out
Of what?
of the X-Files?
No, I got the standard ones that came out.
Okay.
I got the one for the movie, but I'm just saying. I was intended to get the volume sets, but maybe I'll look into that one of these days. But the thing about the X-Files music is I felt it. No, I'm not going to pick on the X-Files music because for starters, it's very ambient. But we'll talk about the X-Files another time. We got a nice little ending, huh?
Yep.
Who had a bigger weight come off their chest, Adama or Baltar?
Baltar. Notice what they always have a nice supply of booze.
A proud father.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he loves Starbuck like his daughter. I mean,
Yeah. Well, because Starbuck was engaged to
Zach, their son, too.
Who in the original series played by Rick Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
But that Starbuck was not engaged to that Zach.
No. I love that dress.
And I was so happy that this made it onto the soundtrack for the first season. But why would you not put this piece on there?
Oh yeah. Like the whole series is like Baltar's Crisis of Faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really the Baltar show, let's be honest here.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't think too highly of himself, does he? And get ready to start the episode 12. Let me freeze it.
All right, gentlemen.
Opening with a boxing.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on, Birdman. Good to see you again, Big Al.
Well, you're half of the show, my friend. You're always welcome. Come on. I mean,
Oh, all right. No, I know. It's all right. It's all right. You are making many friends far and wide online, Birdman. You're I'm just saying. But
I mean, that's the goal, right? To expand the community, bring new people.
I agree. So next week we're gonna get. I will be on with you for Bullet, correct?
We're doing Bullet, and I don't know if Toy Habits is coming on for that or not. We had discussed it.
All right, we'll mention it to him. He's welcome, obviously.
He's been busy. He's got a website launch for toys now. He's making money off that.
Well, good for him.
He's been publishing some toy magazines, and he's just like blowing up. And I'm like, happy for you.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
All right. So I will see you next week, and Big Al, as always, great to hang out with you as well. And
you take care.
All
right. Still can't join us for 10 Commandments, right?
I can't for 10 Commandments, but I'll be there for Josie Wales. When is that? That's going to be
2 weeks from this. So the 20...
10 Commandments is 2 weeks away, or
no, Outlaw Josie Wales. Yeah, I think I'll be able to make it for that. Yeah, so
10 Commandments is this weekend.
Gotcha.
8 o'clock, special start time, 8 o'clock.
Are we coming up on Palm Sunday? Is that going to be this next coming Sunday?
I think it's next week.
Okay, all right.
No, this is Palm Sunday. This Sunday.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so you want to get your 10?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The 10th is Palm Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, you two have a wonderful rest of your night. I'll try and catch the rest of this on the repeat. See where you guys live off in the finale. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
I'm glad your mom had a good birthday.
She did, and the big 80.
Your birthday's next month, right?
It's coming up. Yes.
Yeah. And you're gonna love your birthday present.
Oh no! Don't get me a dude. Just being on here is present.
I thought it. Well, of course, being my friend is what more do you need? But
all right,
I got it 2 months ago. But you're gonna like this is like totally awesome sauce, man.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm looking.
Is your birthday in May?
My birthday is in May 21st.
And I'm 26th.
Oh, interesting. We're very close. All right. I'll catch y'all later. All right. You have a good night. Bye-bye.
Take care.
And Al, you there, Al?
Yeah, I'm here.
According to the weather, we've got a thunderstorm rolling in here in maybe 30 minutes.
Okay. Do you want to call it?
I hate calling it for weather, but it is the South, and it is that time of year.
Yeah. Okay.
I just,
Yeah.
I just know how the dogs get, and I know every time I have a bad thunderstorm, live streaming for me gets kind of dicey. So I would rather stop while we're ahead than you be on by yourself.
Oh, no problemo.
So
Yeah, we can always watch Cobal's Last Gleaming. I had a great time watching these. A lot of fun.
yeah, we can do this later. You know, I had
Well,
mentioned to you if you wanted to go through the entire season episode by episode, and that option is still open if you want to do it.
um, it's tempting. I just can't. I've got to see. I've got a lot of irons in the fire right now, and I'm
I
kind of
understand. I totally
yeah.
understand. So,
I'm still trying to. I've got paper. I've got like this super uber paperwork thing I got to do. I've got insurance I'm trying to get straight, and I'm hoping that everything with my rental assistance stays good, and I'd like to get another apartment with a roll-in shower, but
that'd be cool.
that's yeah. I've they have 3 of them here. They're all singles, and she says, "Is that all right?" I'm like, "It's fine now because with mom
Yeah.
passing." So if I can get a roll-in shower in a single, that'd be awesome. But she's got me in mind if one pops up. She said it could be 6 months or more. Really, like I said, there's only 3 in the whole building, so
6 months can go by pretty fast. So
yeah, it can, but it also makes me not want to unpack anything because
yeah. Yeah, I'd still like to come up sometime and see and spend a couple days. We can raid the local comic book stores and Taco Bell.
I don't exactly get out, but
We'll figure something out. I'll bring Professor Geek with me. We'll sort something out. Good night, Go Team Ghost Planet Go. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. And I hope all these thunderstorms across the country just kind of like end pretty soon.
Yeah, well, it's that time of year, man. The springtime weather gets crazy and tornado season.
Yeah.
Of course, then summer it'll soon be.
Fade it out. Still there? Al?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Okay. There you go. There you go.
Okay. Whereabouts in Alabama?
I'm in Huntsville. I'm very north part of the state.
Huntsville? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they honestly, like the last couple of times they've predicted stuff, nothing really has happened. Like I had some bad wind. I've had like some lazy rain.
Yeah, I've had some bad wind too. Oh, yeah.
But most of it's been, so hopefully, I mean, they're saying it's like 60% chance between like 9:30 and 10 or so, things getting bad, but okay if it doesn't, but I'd rather.
I will say that I used to live in a rickety old trailer, and it's nice living in a brick building.
Yeah.
During storms, where I don't have to worry about anything leaking. Because when my mom, she always hated the rain because it always leaked, and in the trailer every time it rained. And so every time it rained, she's like, "Oh God, it's gonna rain again." I was like, "But yeah, don't have to worry about it leaking on your bed anymore, Mom." So I was able to give her almost a year of a good place to live. So I feel good about it. I wish I had done it sooner.
Yeah.
But things being the way they are, it's hard enough to do what we did. But yeah, it's I don't worry about storms. Don't worry about snow anymore because I don't go anywhere. So who cares? My mother was a bus driver, so every time it snowed,
You're fading out.
I think it's just the Wi-Fi is acting stupid.
Okay. Maybe so.
Because it was kind of doing the same thing with Professor Geek last night, but it was some of him too, because they were saying that he was roboting a lot too. So I don't know if it's weather or what's going on. So
yeah,
just have to do the best we can with whatever signal we get.
That's true. But everyone, Bullet next week. Big Al's doing 10 Commandments on Saturday
night.
Saturday night.
o'clock Eastern special start time because it's a long,
It's a long movie.
3
Some of our
hours,
birthday scores.
40-ish, 3:40 somewhere. Yeah, over
Oh,
birthday. If you want to join, you're welcome. I can send you the link if you want to
I
pop in.
will try.
Come
I've got
join it.
a lot of
Oops,
cleaning to get
you
done.
disappeared on me. There you go.
Okay. Well, we're all like disappearing tonight. Bullet next Wednesday. 10 Commandments Saturday with Al. Geeky Geezer Sunday with Boomer. The Batman show will be back on Monday with Eric Witzer, Ian, and myself for however long we talk, or until my phone battery dies. Beyond that, I'm not too sure what's going on. Everyone take care. Thank you for tuning in. Stay safe. Adopt, don't chop, and keep listening to great film music.